Well, hello. I bet you I'm going to find a lot of you on live today because I know you're on your computers. We launched the new season and I am so excited. Honestly, every time a new catalog comes out, I think it's the best day ever. So if you're not aware, our new catalog is here. This is our spring and summer line. It is filled with everything you could possibly want to have for your summer. And of course, with Epicure, it just means that we're going to make things super, super easy for you. So, that being said, I'm going to be doing a cooking class today that is going to be introducing you to one of our brand new products. Of course, I know that you can read the labels on the back to make the instructions as you see it. So today I'm featuring the sticky orange chicken. As you know, I always think out of the box. I always try something different. And so today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing this with beef. So we'll just wait for a few of you to pop in. Please let me know when you're here. So I hope I'm not talking to myself. Sometimes I go on to the wrong site. So anyway, let's get started with our cooking class. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sweet and sour meatballs today with our sticky orange chicken. And of course, there's no chicken inside here. Instead, what it is this is packed filled with great ingredients, spices to enhance the flavor and to make your cooking really easy. Because if you were to do a sticky orange chicken from scratch, what spices are you using? Okay, so these classes that I'm going to be running through the summer is going to be talking about busting the myth that cooking is hard, difficult, takes a lot of time, is expensive. Epicure's all different than that. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. So introducing you to our new product that hit the line. These are our nesting bowls. These are mixing bowls, melamine. I love them because of the ergonomic handle. That enough said. There's our beef. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our sticky orange chicken. We're going to use our 4-in-1 spoon. I've got the tablespoon in here. And I'm going to put in roughly about 2 tablespoons. Oops, struggling getting tablespoons in there. A couple tablespoons into our mix. Don't throw this away. Don't seal it. We're going to be making, of course, our sweet and sour sauce with that. Now, fun food fact, meatballs. Do you put breadcrumbs in it? Do you put eggs in it? Why do we put those things in? What's the big deal? Okay, excuse me. I think that package got in my throat. Anyway, I'm going to tell you some little facts about whether we put breadcrumbs in or not. Now, a lot of people think breadcrumbs, you've probably heard it. I know I've heard it, where they say breadcrumbs actually bind your meat. If you've ever chopped up and bought ground beef, you know it sticks. That's why you use our meat separator. So why are we putting it in? Well, here's the facts on that. You put breadcrumbs in, happened way back in the 70s, 60s, 70s when people were trying to make their meals go farther. Hi, Karen. It helps you extend your food. Okay, so it makes it go further. Now, some people think putting breadcrumbs in means that it's going to be adding flavor. Think about that. If it is actually adding more flavor, tell me what delicious flavor does just plain bread add to your meals? Anything? Probably not, unless you use Epicure's crispy, crunchy coating. And why I'm saying this is, for those of you who are gluten intolerant, you can use this. It's a rice spreader, but it's got some flavoring in it. So what we're going to do, we are going to use this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to jazz this up. We're going to use a couple tablespoons. And you'll notice I just cut a little corner out, and you can see how easy it is because it basically levels things off as I'm pulling it out. So there's your little kitchen hack with our Epicure products. Eggs. Do we need to put an egg in or not? Well, eggs actually are extra protein, which is good for you. Hi, Sophie. And so what I've done is I've got one whole egg in here. Now, why do we put eggs? Why do some people put eggs in their meat, like their hamburgers? Well, because it does help make the flavor better. Okay, so it is what it is. So I've got this going. Now, the other thing is, that with Epicure, we have low sodium, low sugar. I love SPG. Hi, Myrna. So SPG is salt, pepper, garlic. So if you're trying to cut out a little bit of the sodium, but you want flavor, this would be a great candidate for you. So I'm going to just put my scoop in here, and I'm going to roughly put in about a half a tablespoon, but you could amp that up. Like I said, it's not like I'm adding a whole tablespoon of salt to it. And that's just going to give me that extra flavor of the salt, the pepper, and the garlic. Now I've got my gloves on. If you want to use, a spoon or whatever, but I'm just going to get in here and I'm just going to get this mixed all up. So tell me feel free, write down in the little notes because I hopefully can see it, what you do with your meatballs. I'm just going to get my notes up here a second. Give me a second. It just closed off on me. Sorry. Geez, is it Monday? No, it's because I've been so busy launching the new season. Anyway, so we're just going to mix this up really quickly. So eggs, yes, we put them in, extra protein. The breadcrumbs, I'm going to go back to that. So the breadcrumbs, even though plain breadcrumbs wouldn't add any flavor at all, so yeah, and you don't need them to bind. If you put the breadcrumbs in, here's the dealio on that. Of course, you know that your beef has fat in it, and the fat is what tastes really good. How many of you are familiar with Wagyu beef, right? Anyone know about Japanese Wagyu beef? Really super expensive. Like, I don't know, I was talking to my cousin. I think he said the last Wagyu beef he bought, he got it on sale for $140 a pound. It's the fat that adds all the flavor. Tell me you don't like bacon. Why do you like the bacon? The fat? Okay, so there's the tip. When you put breadcrumbs in your meat, it actually allows the fat that's in your meat to stay in the burger. And if it's got fat in the burger because it's being absorbed by the bread, that's a good thing. And of course, if you use a crispy, crunchy coating, which has some flavoring in it, it is going to enhance the flavor as well. So please do yourself a huge favor. Put the breadcrumbs in. It'll make your meal go farther, but you're going to get way better flavor. Okay, so got it mixed up. What we're going to do now, I'm going to shock the pants off of you. Don't show anyone those pictures. Anyway, I'm going to be making our meatballs in our steamer. And most of you know that I love baking in the oven. I like putting it in my fry pan. But I want to let you know that because my class is called Busting the Myth, a lot of you probably don't think that you could put beef in the microwave and it would taste good. It tastes great. Anyone out there do meatballs, or I know you do chicken, but do you do beef or meatballs in your multi-purpose steamer? Because if you were here to taste this, and just so you know, I'm making this tonight. I'm running it down to my neighbor down the road. He broke his arm. He tripped and fell, and he's 90. I think he's 91. Anyway, Thursdays are, I think, the days that I normally run down to have a little tea and a visit with him, and I usually make him a meal. So Manuel's going to love this meal tonight because he always tells me, why do you cook chicken so much? Manuel, if you're watching, I'm bringing down the beef tonight, but it's going to be cooked in the microwave. So anyway, we're going to roll this up. Now, a pound of beef, just so you know, with this recipe, This is going to serve approximately 4 people. You're going to get, oh, I don't know, 16 to 18 meatballs, depending on how big you make them. Make them decent sizes. I'm going to say like a couple tablespoons. And when you're putting them in your steamer, you don't want to stack them, but if they're touching each other, that works just fine. So here's some fun food facts while I'm just finishing this off. Meatballs, where do they come from? How far back do they go? Right? Okay, meatballs, believe it or not, go back to the Roman time. That's a long time ago. And they became fairly popular in China in about 200 BC. So that's still a long time ago. And they really became more popular in the States, of course, back in, like I said, the 60s, 70s. They were before then. You've probably seen some of my cooking classes where we talked about they used them during the wars because they were relatively inexpensive. So yeah, meatballs go back a really long time. But let's talk about the sweet and sour meatball aspect of it. So sweet and sour meatballs, well, Chinese food came into the scene back in, oh gosh, the early 1900s. And that's when immigration of Chinese started coming into the Americas. And of course, when they traveled across, they actually brought their food with them. And you know this because if you go to some of the bigger centers, New York, San Francisco, Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, they all have their Chinatown. Okay. So they brought their food with them. We love their food. How much do we love their food? Well, franchises. Think about it. What's one of your favorite takeouts? Right? Chinese food is a huge takeout for people. In fact, Chinese food really became popular in about 1965. It really took a big surgence onto the market. And it was actually starting to be featured on TV shows. It's probably black and white back then, right? Black and white TV shows were actually starting to do cooking classes, making Chinese Chinese food and meatballs, sweet and sour meatballs in particular. Wasn't that easy? So anyway, I'll get back to that in a quick second. Okay, there's our meatballs. Looks great, right? So I'm going to come back to the fun food fact. We're going to put our lid on it. When you're buying this, this is a multi-purpose steamer. Remember, the lid does make a difference. We always keep the steam away from us. So these vents mean they stay away from the handles. I'm going to pop this into the microwave. Oops, nope, I'm going to put some peppers in here. But I'm going to pop this into the microwave for about 6 minutes. Almost got sidetracked there. Okay, so let's continue on with the story. Gosh, it's been way too busy today. This is my blooper reel, I guess. Hey, Angie, nice to see you, and Yvonne. So, oops, it's not liking that being set there. So when it came back to the Chinese and of course, the sweet and sour meatballs, I want to let you know, the reason I want to focus on this for a hot second is Epicure makes food so darn easy. And in our new catalog, there is an entire section, I think it's page 8 and 9 in our catalog, of how you can make Asian food at home at a fraction of the price, way faster than ordering, Uber to your door or Dinner Dash or any of those other things. We have such a huge selection. So things that became really popular, General Tao. We have a General Tao, and it's not the bad one that's deep fried for you. No, ours is in the wok. Really good. How many of you love General Tao? We've got stir fries galore. Egg rolls. Yes, you can make your own egg rolls with Epicure's products. Fried rice, yaki udon. Have fun in the catalog, okay? So anyway, that's my plug for the new catalog. I'm just so excited. That's why I can't focus today. Sorry. Okay, we need to put some peppers in the steamer before we throw it in the microwave. I want to just show you another little quick hack for you. When you buy your peppers, how do you chop them? Right? So you got them like this. I see a lot of people just slice off the side and down the side. I'm going to tell you, my favorite, if you're wanting to make your dollars go a little bit further, is cut off the top like whatever, like a lid. Okay. When you do this, here's why I cut it quite close. You can just pop this out. There is no waste. This can go in the garbage. There's not a nothing on there. Also, by cutting it up at the top, the inside just pops out. I'm saving you guys a ton of time. Are you loving it? Because you're not having all these seeds inside. I basically just go in and pop this out. Way too easy. Way too easy. And now we're just going to chop this up a little bit just to make it nice, comfortable sizing. For this recipe, you're going to use 2 peppers. As you can see, I only had 1 pepper. However, I never throw my food away. And if you watched my cooking class for Thanksgiving, you noticed I had a stir fry and I did a little spring charcuterie board with some sweet peppers on there. And I just had, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 left over. So that's how I use up my food. You don't need to go to the store if the recipe says 2 red peppers. Kill me. So I've got orange. Big deal. Could have used yellow. Could have used green. I'm just not throwing my food away. All right, so we've got that all done. We're going to grab our lid now. I'm going to throw it in the microwave. Lid away. 6 minutes. Give me a hot second. Let me put this in. I do have the TV version, by the way. I'm not going to have you watch for 6 minutes. Okay, so while that's in the microwave, we're going to make our sauce. As you know, I've got more product in here. So we need to get our saute pan going. If you've got a wok instead, well, that's fine too. And we're going to heat this up. Get it to a medium-high heat. That looks about good. So what are we going to do here? Well, we're going to get our measuring spoon going, and let's get some oil happening in here. And we're going to be making a sauce. I'm adding this right at this time because I don't want this sticking to the bottom. I know this has lots of caramelization. Flavoring wise, it's got our organic cane sugar in here. It's got garlic, onion, tomato powder, ginger, sesame, chives, orange peel. Yum. Okay. I reserved my juice from my pineapple. I'm pouring that in. I'm throwing my package in. Oh, sorry. My goodness. And my low sodium gluten-free soy sauce for 1 spoon. Tablespoon of that. Give me a second. I seriously have a tickle in my throat. Okay, so grabbing our saute spoon, let's get this stirring around. You can see why I put the oil in. You just need to make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom. That organic sugar is definitely going to create a little bit of havoc. Now, we're going to just thicken this up because remember, our beef is in the microwave for that 6 minutes. This won't take very long. As I said, this is on a medium-high heat. I might turn it down just a little bit. And we're just going to get it to a thickness that we like. So some of you might want it a little bit lighter. Some of you might want it a little bit thicker. So thinner, thick, I guess, not lighter. Can you tell I've had a busy day? Hey, Alicia, Sandy, Bernice. Bernice, by the way, would be my mom, for you guys who are wondering. Anyway, so we'll just cook this down, get it to a thickness that we want, and then we're going to add our beef into here, okay? So what are some other fun things I can tell you about Asian cooking? Well, how about I'm going to have a guessing game with you guys. What do you think is the #1 ordered Asian food, Chinese food, Asian food that is ordered? I wonder if any of you are going to guess. Put it in the comments below. This is thickening up nicely. Got any idea? Be brave. What is it? Chicken fried rice. That's really popular. It is in probably the top 10, but not the #1. The #1 is General Tao. I thought it would be sweet and sour something. I love sweet and sour. Now I'm making this with beef. You could do it with chicken. You can do it with pork. Okay, this is about the consistency that I want it because I'm serving this over rice. Okay, how did I cook my rice? Does anyone want to guess? Steamer, of course. I don't know why people would cook rice any other way than in the steamer. Game changer. That multi-purpose steamer is the best. Okay, so this is our beef cooked up with our peppers. And what you're going to do, you'll notice that there's, I don't know if you can see, I don't want to tip it and, well, let's just tip it. I am going to drain out the extra liquid. Do you see how I'm just pinching this? We don't need that extra liquid. We're just wanting extra flavor. And that was not liquid that I put in here. That was just natural juices because, of course, peppers have a lot of liquid in them. And, of course, surprisingly, surprise, your beef does as well. So now that our beef is done, and like I said, it's going to take about 6 minutes. Every microwave is a little bit different. It might take you 8, not to worry. And all we're going to do now, I've got this temperature just warming. This is only going to take a couple more minutes to heat up because everything's cooked already. We've got our sauce the way we want it. We're finished with our steamer, just so you know. How do I cook my rice? I put 1 cup of rice, rinsed well. I drain the rice as best I can. There's always a little bit of extra liquid in there. It's not like I'm putting it in a sieve or anything. And then I add about 1.25 cups of water, put the lid on it, and I steam it 9 minutes. I'm going to show you my rice. It's perfect. So there you have it, guys. Here is your sweet and sour. Let me turn this off because it's just going to scream at me. These are your meatballs. Can you see the steam coming off already? Super easy to make. Please do yourself a huge favor. I'm going to do a little plug here right now. As I mentioned, the new catalog is out. If you want to try this recipe or, oh my gosh, the sticky orange chicken just as it says on the back of the package, perfect. You can get a product in the catalog. It's not actually featured in the catalog, but it's a promo right now. A discounted price. It's called Taste the Season. So go online to my e-commerce website, type in Taste the Season, and you will get 1 package of the sticky orange chicken. You will get 1 package of the Portuguese chicken, which is like piri piri Nando's chicken. You can get Thai basil chicken, and I've made this with mushrooms. I think I've made this 4 times. Guilty secret. And our brand new honey dilly mustard dressing. These are fabulous, and this Taste the Season is only available for a very short time, 2 weeks, I think, at the discounted price. So you're not going to want to miss it. Once you've tasted this, maybe you'll become an addict like me and need to get more. Seriously. Yeah. Okay. I have a little bit of an issue here. Probably a reason why I'm selling the product. Anyway, thanks guys for watching my cooking class. If you have any questions about the product or if you need a link to the catalog, I'm going to post it below here. And like I said, enjoy. Throw pineapple in here. I probably should have mentioned that. Throw your pineapple in here as well. Duh. Heat that up. Now you definitely have someone's just said, where's the pineapple, Jacqueline? Sweet and sour meatballs. Ta-da! Looks better now, right? Okay, there you go, guys. I clearly have to take a break. I am way too excited to be doing a cooking class today. Take care, everyone. I will see you next Thursday. Next Thursday, I'm going to be doing a recorded version. I'm going to be doing something with our Thai basil chicken. So come back next week. Take care. Bye.